Hello everyone, in this video we will see about the continuation of disk scheduling algorithms. So the third method of disk scheduling is scan method, where the disk arm starts at one end of the disk and move towards the other end. Like while moving from one end to another end, it will serve all the disk values or all the queue values which has to be scheduled, and then it will come back. It is like a elevator method. It will like if you take an example of elevator or the lift, while it is going up it will take all the people up, and while coming down it will take all the people from all the floors down. So scan method is like that. So disk arm will start moving in one direction. While moving to the end of that direction, it will schedule the queue, or it will schedule the disk which comes in between that direction. And while coming back from while coming to other direction, it will start scheduling the remaining values in between those movements. So here is an example, the same example from the last video. The queue of disk is like 98, 183, 37 and so on. So if the position of the head is at 53, the scan method always move towards the 0, like it will always move towards 0 first. So while moving from 53 to 0, what are the values coming between 53 and 0 will be scheduled first. So while coming from 53 to 0, the first value from the queue is 37, which will be scheduled. So disk moves from 53 to 37 of the distance 16. Then while the disk is at 37 moving towards 0, you have one more schedule called 14. So the disk will be scheduled, or the head will be scheduled at 14 with the distance of 23 head movements. So 37 minus 14. But in the scan method, if you don't have any value after this 14, then also the scan method will move and touch the 0. So it is one extra value here, or one extra movement. The disk moves from 14 to 0. So it will be not knowing whether there is a disk scheduled from 14 to 0. It will keep moving from 14 to 0. If there is any schedule occurs, it will schedule it. If not, it will reach 0. Once it has reached 0, then it will start moving towards the high end of the disk. So while start moving, the next value scheduled here is 65. So 65 is scheduled from 0 to 65. Here you can minus 0 with 65 and neglect the sign. So you are only taking the distance, so you can neglect the sign, or you can subtract higher value with lower value. No need to only subtract the first value with second value. So once it reaches 65, the next value scheduled is 67, and then 98, 122, 124 and 183. According to queue, 183 is the end. So you would have scheduled all the values. By reaching 183, you can stop scheduling there. So the total head movements can be calculated by adding all the head movement distances. So the next method is C-scan method. C-scan method is like a cyclic version of a scan method. So coming to here, in the C-scan method, always the head moves only in one direction. So the head moves like while scheduling, the head move from 0 to end 0. So always the schedule happens from 0 to 1, means to the last value, and then while coming back it will not schedule, it will directly come back to the 0, and from 0 it will again start scheduling. So if I take 53 in the C-scan method, 53 and the C-scan method, the head moves from 0 to high end value. So the movement happens with high end side. So from 65, the next value present towards high end is from 53 to 65, then 65 to 67, 98 and 192, 183. but after 183 it has to reach the dead end. So one more schedule happens, is that is 183 to 199. So the disk arm reaches the end. So after reaching end, while coming from the higher end to lower end, the SKISCAN method will not schedule any disk. It will directly come to the 0th position from the head movement 199 to 0. That is 199 movements happen, but since it is not scheduling and it know directly where to stop, the movement will be fast enough. Then it will again start scheduling from 0 towards the higher end. So you can schedule 14 and 37, which we could not schedule at the beginning because the head was at 53. So 14 will be scheduled from 0, the head moves from 0 to 14. Then from 14 the head moves to 37. So 14 and 37 will be scheduled in the next cycle. So this is about SKISCAN type of disk scheduling. The next method is C-loop method. So C-loop method is similar to the scan and SKISCAN method, where in the C-loop method the disk will not move to end, means it is not moving to end. Either instead of moving from 0 to 199, like lower end to higher end, it will compare the queue or the scheduled queue based on the request or based on the scheduled request. The head moves, so it reduces two value movements, or it reduces few movements in the disk, where the transmission of data becomes faster or access time becomes even faster. So it starts like SKISCAN. From 53 it will start moving to the higher end, but from 53 it will find 65 in the way, then 67, then comes 122, 124, 98, and then 122, then 124, then comes 183. So disk is scheduled from 53 to 183, one after the other in the way, moving from 53 to higher end. But after 183, unlike SKISCAN method, in C-loop method, the disk won't be moved from 183 to 199. The movement is not required according to the schedule queue. So the disk will take diversion and move towards the lower end, and while moving towards the lower end, it will not reach 0. Either it will compare with the queue, like this scheduling queue, it will find the smallest value towards 0. According to this queue, smallest value is 14. So the disk stops at the location 14. So there is no one more movement from 199 to 0 and 0 to 14 again. So the disk is scheduled from the high end value in the queue to the low end value in the queue, instead of high end and low end value of the disk. And then from 14 the disk is scheduled towards 37. So this is about C-loop method of disk scheduling. So I hope you understood these topics. Thank you.